explain a little bit about, for me, what new moon is about and why I choose to do this on a new moon. I'm sure many of you already know the moon is the feminine aspect of ourselves, and when new moon happens, I'm not sure if you're aware of the planetary alignments, but basically what it means is if this microphone was the moon, then the earth is here and the sun is here, and the sun is shining on the opposite side of the moon to us here on earth, so therefore we don't get to see the moon. But I always find that quite fascinating, because actually what it means is the moon's energy is right there for us. We haven't got the kind of the balance of the sun being on the other side, which is what we have on the full moon. And you know, what is the feminine energy? The feminine energy is about being. It's about coming into ourselves. It's about feeling ourselves from the inside and allowing ourselves to expand into who we are. So much of our world is about doing and the masculine, and this is a time for us to do the complete opposite, just to bring ourselves into that inward space, that inward looking, that inward knowing, and that inward connection. And what's beautiful about the new moon and the cycle of the new moon, as everyone knows, it's all about new beginnings, and new beginnings can be as large or as small as you'd like them to be. Okay, so just to speak a few moments about what we're going to be doing here this evening, I'm going to be setting up an energy field for us all. So I would ask you to, if you can, respect and honor that energy field and try and bring your total focus to this session. Turn your phone off, be uninterrupted, allow yourself to be in this field properly. If we move in and out of that field, and if we go and make ourselves a cup of tea or do something or have a chat with somebody, it's exactly the same as you having a chat with someone while someone else is trying to meditate next to you. So please just try and honor everyone in the group. If you do need to leave, then fair enough, but there's a replay that you can go to rather than come in and out all the time. So, conscious voice. Conscious voice for me is something that I developed about 6 years back. As many of you may know, I am a Reiki master. I work intuitively with guidance, and I have a whole team up there, which is great, who are now coming down as I speak. I love it. I only need to mention them when they start to come. I'm also a singer-songwriter, and I work obviously with music and voice. And I began to realize that I could start to channel through my voice, which was a very beautiful thing to discover. And then conscious voice kind of became born, really, where it's this mixture of guided visualization and intuitive guidance in terms of what we need to hear in this moment, voice work and some shamanic stuff and Reiki healing as well. So I kind of mix it all up. I never know exactly what's going to happen. But for now, you just need to be really comfortable. Really, really comfortable. Just find you can lie down, have your cushions around you, make sure you've had lots of water so that you're fully hydrated. Okay, and if there's no questions going to be coming through on the chat, then I am going to go ahead. So you guys just get yourself comfy. Okay, so let's just start by putting a hand on our hearts. This new moon, it's the air sign, connecting us in with our hearts. So what a perfect place to start, by just placing our hand there. And as you do so, just think about the energetic connection that you're creating for yourself. If you imagine the energy is coming down through the top of your head into your body, and then it can go out through your arm and back to your hand and back into your heart. Think about that incredible cycle. And you might also want to imagine either my hand or a hand of a guide or someone that you trust, a healer that you've worked with, on the back of your heart. Just adding to that energy. Bring your awareness to the soles of your feet. Oh, really lovely, everybody. Okay, and then we're going to come into the base of our bodies. And let's do this gently. When we're a large group, what we have to remember is when we move into that kind of grounding and connection, it can immediately bring up emotions for us, because as we embody, as we connect, those emotions come to the surface. So let's do it with gentleness. Let's do it with love. Let's be aware that there might be people in the group that are feeling a little bit more vulnerable than others. So let's just very gently come down into the base of our bodies. Again, really beautiful, everybody. Oh. Connecting in with our hips and our hip sockets. And then just imagine the energy running down from your hips, through your thighs to your knees. And let's just pause at the knees there and just allow that gentle movement into deeper embodiment. And then from the knees, down through the shins and the calves to the feet. So immediately just feeling tenderness, real tenderness in the field. So let's just all be very honoring. I'm sure we all know what it is to feel tender. It might not be you in this precise moment. But tenderness needs softness, needs kindness, needs love. Needs holding. So we can almost imagine ourselves bowing our heads to ourselves and honoring the tender part of ourselves. And just offering love and kindness and understanding. So beautiful, everybody. I'm such a believer that we can deal with any emotion or any trauma if we're fully connected, and we do so with love. So I'd like you to imagine a white bubble of light in your own rooms, surrounding you. And from within that bubble of light, you're being cleansed, you're being cleaned. The spirits are with you, whatever it is you believe in, nature, the elements, power animals, mysticism, angels, people that have passed on, whatever you want, whatever is right for you, allow yourself to connect. Allow yourself to feel safe and trust in who you call in to be with you. Then I'd like us to imagine almost feels like in between the earth and the moon, in the same way that I described where the sun and the moon and the earth are right now. Let's imagine that we are magically going to go to a place in between the earth and the moon and outer space. And there's a fire there. And us as a group are going to sit around that fire. And then we're going to be surrounded by a ball of white light. And it's like we're becoming our own air bubble, our own little planet. in between the earth and the moon, with the fire at the center. And if we can, let's imagine that there's a cord going from that center fire in the middle of us, and that cord is going to go down to the earth, and it's going to anchor us in. It's going to go down to the center of the earth. And as you imagine it going down to the center of the earth, just think about the earth. Think about how large she is. Send her some love, and just remember that every single tiny thing in our lives comes from the earth. My goodness, how lucky are we, and how giving is she, and how beautiful is she. So it feels like what we're going to be called to do this evening is to feel that strength at the center of the earth. So as you imagine yourself sat around that fire with all of us, feel the base of your body. Feel your root chakra. Feel that connection that goes down and down to the center of the earth. Feel the depth and the mysticism that the earth holds. And just remembering for all of you that you have control here. I'm opening the doors to certain types of energy, to certain frequencies, to certain guides. But you can decide how deeply you want to go. And honor yourself. If you feel a little bit of fear of anxiety, then just stay where you are and just imagine a little bit less of that energy coming to you. If you feel that you would like to deepen, then deepen with humbleness, deepen with gratitude, deepen with consciousness of how it makes you feel, of what it means to deepen our connection with the earth and its mysticism. If you feel any emotions, then feel the tenderness towards yourself. Hold yourself. Okay, so I don't know how many of you have or haven't done any inner child work, but I'm being called to right now to invite us all to connect with our inner child. So if any of you have not done this before, you can literally just see if you can imagine yourself as a child, any age that comes to you. Don't worry, there's no right or wrong here. It might be that a particular memory comes up. It might be that you can remember a photo of yourself. It might be that you have a really strong sense of you, and that you can literally just imagine yourself sitting in front of you. So your inner child is in front of you, and it's like you're going to put your arms around her and you're just going to hold her, and you're going to hug her, and you're going to make her feel safe. And you're going to let her know that this is for her. This is her time. What so many of us can forget in this adult world is that our child holds the wonder. Our child holds the deepest connection with spirit. And yet our child is the most vulnerable and needs the most protection. So let's just offer that in this moment. And if any of you are having any difficulties with connecting, please, please, please don't worry. We're just opening doorways. You might, if it feels comfortable for you, want to put a pillow in front of you and not imagine, but actually hug that pillow and imagine yourself being that pillow as a child. Okay, and the energy is so strongly, and it's just, I was just in my mind thinking, how is this fitting in with the new moon? And just got the answer of, this new moon is all about heart. It's all about relationships and healing our relationships. And of course, the first place to start in healing relationships is with healing the relationship with ourselves. So I'm just going to invite you to hold yourself, to love yourself, to tell yourself how proud you are of yourself. You know, it doesn't matter what is going on for you in life, how well things are flowing, how difficult things are, whatever it might be, even if you're criticizing yourself over certain things, there's one thing that I know for sure, that you are always doing your best. So I would invite you to hug your inner child, to let her know just how much you love her. To let her know how much you want to learn to always, always be there for her. To let her know that you see her and that you feel her and that you honor her. To let her know that you're sorry for all the times that you weren't able to fully listen. To ask for her forgiveness for those times. To ask for her forgiveness for those times that will happen again in the future. We're all human, no matter how much we do this work. There are times that we push our inner self to one side, or we don't fully listen. We get distracted by the external. But just to let your inner child know that when that distraction happens, it's not a reflection on her. It's merely a reflection on where we are at in our own process of learning. Oh my goodness, and I'm being asked to do something which actually feels quite provocative for me, so I'm obviously going to follow the guidance. I'm being asked that if you are willing to invite your mother to come and sit behind you and to hug you. And I'm going to say, as soon as I say that, I know for many people the relationship with their mothers is not necessarily an easy one. So if it feels too much for you to invite your own mother in, then please, please, please invite a mother figure. Oh, Mother Mary. Whatever else you believe in. Oh, Mother Mary's here. So however you feel, if you feel comfortable with having your mother behind you, hugging you, you hugging your inner child, then do that. If not, Mother Mary or any other figure that feels right for you. And I would invite you to allow your hearts to open, to feel the love as it enters you from the back of your body, to feel the love as it comes out from you, from your heart and down your arms, through your hands to your inner child. To feel the love of Mother Earth and that huge connection that we have with her. You can feel her energy rising up from below your feet into your body. I'm just going to invite, we do a little bit of breath work very gently. So as you inhale, imagine the energy from the center of the earth coming up from the center of the earth and coming to the base of your body. And then as you exhale, imagine it going back down to the earth. Very beautiful. And if you have emotions rising, just allow them to go back down to the center of the earth. Know that she can hold anything for you. And she already knows everything. So there's nothing that we need to hide. And the vision that I'm getting is that, oh, that bubble that we're in, it's like Mother Earth is pulling us down. It's like a cord that she's pulling and pulling, and she's pulling us closer and closer to the earth. very, very gently. And she wants us to come down to the center of the earth. Mm. Mm. And I'm going to count us down. I'm going to count us down from 5 to 1. And so for now, let's just imagine that we're on the Earth's surface at number 5. And just relax, feeling that energy that little bit nearer. So I'm just being invited to talk a little bit more about our relationship with our mothers and also our relationship with Mother Earth. And it's interesting for me that this topic is coming up right now because it's Navaratri today, the start of the Indian festival to celebrate the Divine Feminine, the 9 nights festival. And I'm also involved in another event where I will be connecting everybody with Mother Earth, and she's asking for that connection right now with us as well. And just asking to feel into the understanding that in some ways Mother Earth is, she's everything, she's the ultimate. That innate knowing that we have in parenthood, whether we're a man or a woman, that innate nurturing, that innate understanding of what it is to give motherly love. We can connect with the cellular memory and depth of that through the earth. I'd invite everyone to just put a hand on their womb or their womb area, the sacral chakra just above the pubic bone. And I'm just being reminded that we can't do this work without connecting in with our energetic wombs, and the energetic womb of Mother Earth is where we come from. So let's just take a moment to honor the womb space. The womb space of our mothers, no matter who our mothers were, what happened to us in life, whether we've managed to reconcile or not reconcile, whether we have good relationships, difficult relationships. On a spirit level, all our mothers hold for us is love. And they chose to have us in their wombs to help bring us to this earth, to nurture us, to grow. And again, that innate wisdom comes from our connection with Mother Earth. And it's so time for us to rebuild this connection with Mother Earth. To truly honor the magnificence of what it is. Giving us life on this earth. Giving us life. Just feel into the reality of what that is. Giving us life. So let's imagine that our beautiful Mother Earth is lowering it all down from 5 to 4 in our beautiful bubble together with the fire at the center. Oh, yeah. Just allow, if you have any emotions, just allow them to flow. She's welcoming us with open arms. Moving from 4 to 3. Moving from 4 to 3. Oh my goodness, it's all happening this evening. I'm being told if any of you want to move, feel free to move. You don't need to stay lying down. You're free to just allow the energy to flow in whichever way you like. I'm getting visions of stomping. Some of you might want to stomp, like left, right, just kind of doing that deep, deep connection. Very tribal. And if you want to be still, that's also fine, however you feel. You feel you want to stretch, if you feel you want to bow down to the earth and just put your palms on the floor and just honor her. And we're going to move from 3 to 2. Then we're going to pause here for a little while. I'm going to do some clearing before we go right the way down. Feel the depth as we sit at the center of the earth. Feel her energy, the depth, the strength, the pain, the joy, the vulnerability, the power. Remembering that you're not alone, you're sat with your inner child in front of you, your mother behind you, and the ultimate mother, our earth, surrounding us. And just feel yourself expand. Allow your body to remember. It's beyond our minds, it's in our cells. Allow your body to expand and remember. Remember the essence of love. Remember the essence of heart. Remember the beauty that we are. Oh my goodness, the beauty. And to remember that every slight, tiny emotion and feeling that we have in our hearts is valid. We need to start listening to ourselves. We need to start honoring ourselves. We need to start understanding that our hearts and our bodies and our emotions are giving us the signs. So if something hurts you or upsets you, don't try and pretend that it doesn't. Allow yourself to feel. allow your hearts to guide you. If something brings you joy, grab it and expand with it and love it. And allow the joy to guide you. Be drawn to the joy. Be drawn to the love. Be drawn to loving, understanding, and loving, empathizing, and loving, unraveling, and loving consciousness. And loving your pain. And loving your courage in hearing your pain and feeling your pain. And loving your anger and understanding that your feeling of anger is an expression of love for yourself. And understanding that the earth holds exactly the same emotions as we do. The earth is violated on a daily basis. The earth is ignored. The desire for love and the exchange of love is often not there. So if you ever feel lonely, if you ever feel misunderstood, if you ever feel lost, the invitation is to reconnect with Mother Earth in your heart and allow that relationship to grow. Because the more that you allow that exchange, the more that you, I just keep seeing the infinity symbol over and over and over, and how it just expands and expands and expands. And you know what, when we do this work, it's almost like all our external relationships, they just fall into place. Every time something difficult happens in life, it's an invitation to come back to this space, to come back to connection, to come back to the womb in Mother Earth. The place I'm feeling now, just to put your hand is at that point in between your heart and your throat. So the top of the chest. Often called the upper heart chakra, or the seat of the soul. It's an area that holds our life purpose. I often like to think of it as the expression of our heart coming up and coming out through our throat. So just feel into that area, feel physically, feel emotionally. Try not to change anything, try not to heal anything, try not to judge anything, just allow yourself to feel. I'm just inviting you to imagine placing your hands on the earth as we're sat at the center. And just giving back to her. Just loving, giving, and thanking. And just feel what she gives back to you. The more you love, the more you give. Oh. She has so much gratitude for you all taking the time to come and be here and to honor yourself and to honor her. And her only wish is that everyone learns how to do this. This is our innate right as human beings to be connected in this way, to feel held in this way. To feel love in this way. I don't know if some of you are aware, but there is another big online event happening today with the Indigenous leaders from around the world. And oh my God, I can feel this so strongly. It's so beautiful. If any of you would like to just send a prayer out to these incredible beings that are doing their best to bring back our memory of what it is to be connected with the earth and spirit. And just a reminder to everybody, you know, we're all so unique, so individual, we're supposed to be. So just love every single tiny thing about yourself. Whether it's different, whether it's out there, whether it's normal, whatever normal is. Just remembering that our purpose here is to come and express our light in human form. So let's do it. Let's do it from our heart. Let's do it from our soul. Let's do it from the deep connection with the earth and humanity and the nature, every being that is a part of this beautiful planet. And all of the beings that are part of this universe, we're all in it together. And as you inhale, just feel how the air enters your body. Feel the love that comes with the air as it enters your body. And just a reminder that this new moon in Libra, it's about balance. And the way that that balance is coming to me, the form of that right now is this understanding that we need to be connected to the earth. then we can deal, then we can cope, then we can feel our emotions and allow everything. We need to have that balance. And we also need to just be. How much of our days are filled up with doing, and how much of our days are filled up with daydreaming? When we daydream, we use our imaginations, we connect with spirit. We offer an opportunity to listen. So I would invite nearly all of us, because I can't imagine there's anyone that spends more time daydreaming than they do doing. And if there are, then okay. But I would invite most of us to set an intention for having some more daydream time in our lives. We just allow ourselves to be. So when you're ready, I want to just invite you to gently imagine yourself back in your own room, bringing yourself back to your own body. And it is interesting because normally I get guided to kind of count us out of the center of the earth. And I'm not getting that this time. I'm getting that we need to stay with this deep connection and bring that back to our bodies at this time. So maybe it's helpful for some of us to imagine ourselves deeply, deeply at the center of the earth whilst living our lives here in your rooms. So inviting you to gently move your fingers and your toes, keeping your eyes closed if you can, bringing yourself up to a sitting position if you've been lying down. Wishing everybody peace and love within their heart. I'm wishing everybody peace and love. And I'm wishing all humanity, yeah, 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 peace and love. I'm wishing all humanity peace and love, yeah. Peace and love. And I'm wishing you, Mother Earth, knowledge of how much you're worth. I'm wishing you, Mother Earth, knowledge of how how much you're worth. How much you're worth. How much you're worth. So just having the visual now, if we can imagine that we've almost all been holding hands in a circle, just imagine ourselves letting go of the hand of the person next to you and just doing so with love and gratitude to everybody that's been here, for sharing the essence of who you are and making this such a unique and beautiful event. We're all connected, always. In any moment we need anything, we can just go inwards and find that connection. So with that understanding, bring yourself back to your space, bring yourself back to you, bring yourself back to that white light that sits around you in your room, and feel you expand out, feel your heart expand out, feel yourself fill that space that is yours. Feel your strength, feel your love. And when you're ready, rub your hands together. And just place them over your eyes before opening your eyes. And bringing yourselves back round. And I know at this time it's always very difficult, but if anyone wants to, I believe Rahini is in control. So if anybody wants to come on and say something and feedback, you're very welcome. Thank you, Rahini, for mentioning, yes, I have now joined the Evolved Being family, which I'm very happy about. So I'm also offering private sessions. If any of you feel like you want to go a bit deeper or work with something that's very individual to you, I'm very happy to do that, and you can access all of that via the website. I'm also involved on the 21st of October, which is next Wednesday, with another very deep, it's going to be concentrating more on the womb healing, which you can access via my website. It's nataliematosmusic.com. Very lovely if any of you want to join me in that. And as I say, that's part of the Navratri celebrations that are happening in celebrating our divine feminine. So I don't know if you are in control of your own videos, but you're very welcome to turn those on as well and give me a little wave or whatever it is to have some little bit of feedback from you. It would be very nice. I'm just going to see if I can scan through you all. It's so lovely to have so many of you on board. Hello, everybody. Get a chance to see all of these names, lots of new names, which is really nice.
Thank you, Natalie. That was amazing. If anyone wants to leave any feedback, just make sure you're typing it to everybody, because I can see a lot of people are writing to me privately, and I'm redirecting those messages back so Natalie can also read them. So make sure your messages are going to everybody. I can see they're still all coming to me. But Natalie, there seems to be a lot of beautiful people really, really resonating with your session tonight. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It's so beautiful to connect with you all, and I'm so looking forward to doing more of these. You know, it's really is I cannot tell you. I think I've said this quite a few times, but I've spent some time in Colombia with an indigenous tribe there, and that was where I really got to connect in with Mother Earth so strongly. And ever since that moment, I've just been like, please, please, I need to find a way to try and pass this on. So I'm so grateful to Evolved Beings and Rahini and everyone there, and for all of you for coming and being on board. And please spread the word, because this is all about everyone just having what we have as our divine right, and just learning a way of connecting and being and having that to hold us in our everyday lives. So please just pass it on as much as you possibly can.
Lots of love coming your way, Natalie.
Thank you, thank you.
This session will be available for anyone that wants to listen to it again. We will have it up and running within the next 24 hours. So if anyone wants to listen to this or share this offering with anyone else, you're more than welcome to. I'm sure Natalie will be happy to keep this meditation spreading, and you can.
Absolutely, yes. Pass it on as much as possible.
and also because it is the new moon, and the energies of the new moon are still valid tomorrow and the day after. They're still strong, they're still present. So you can listen to this re-recording again in the next couple of days, or you can share it in the next couple of days, and it'll still have the effect. Right, Natalie?
Absolutely. And you know what I'd say is, if you listen to it around now, then you actually have the energies of the new moon with you. At the same time, this is something you can listen to at any time. If you ever feel like you just want to have this type of connection back, which is what this moon has given us, what this time has given us, you can reconnect with that at any time you choose.
So someone was asking where the recording will be. We'll be publishing it on YouTube and sharing it, and we'll be sending it out to everyone. So you'll be able to access it through that. It's a free offering. It's available for free. You can come back to it at any point in time that you want to.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you for all your beautiful messages that are coming through. I'm hoping Rahini's going to save these messages so I can have a proper look later.
Yes, I will.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, and really, really beautiful to connect with you all and enjoy the rest of the night and the new moon and the whole beauty of it. And yeah, hope to maybe see. Sorry?
Happy Navratri.
Happy Navratri. I was about to say, yeah, if any of you want to come on Wednesday, we'd love to see you. So yeah, just take a look at my website and you can find out more. And hopefully see you next month as well, for the next new moon.
Wonderful. Here's Natalie's website. You can go to her page and check out all the other good stuff that she's doing. You're all welcome back to Evolved Beings. We have another beautiful masterclass next week with Mahananda Sarita on the Goddess Essence, to build up to the beautiful course that we're doing. So join us next Saturday. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend wherever you are in the world. Sending you much love and light and lots of beautiful energy. Don't let Mercury retrograde get to you.
Thank you, beautiful people. Hope to see you again soon. Take care. Lots and lots of love. Thank you, Rahini.
Thank you, Natalie. Bye, everyone. See you again.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, everyone.